Hello and welcome. I am Rachel, or YogiFleeman, and today's practice is going to be focused all around our hips. So our hips, our hip flexors, our quads and our hamstrings. So this is a great practice if you sit at a desk all day, if you do lots of driving, if you've just done leg day or anything like that. So we're going to start lying down on our mat. So if you'd like to come and join me, we're going to start in shavasana, lying on our backs, facing up. So I want you to come and lie on your back. If you have any tightness in your lower back, you can keep your knees bent with your feet flat on the floor. Allow your knees to fall in towards each other. Backs of hands on the mat. So from here, if your back's feeling okay, you can maybe straighten off your legs, allowing your feet to relax out towards the sides. Just coming to settle on your mat, maybe closing your eyes here. Gently drawing your chin down, and beginning to zone into your breath. So follow the journey of your breath in through your nose, down the back of your throat, into your lungs. Feel your rib cage rise with that inhalation, and feel your rib cage fall as you exhale. Trying to lengthen those inhalations and exhalations, a nice calming breath. Allowing your body to become heavy on the mat with every exhalation. See how your body is feeling today. Just be kind to your body throughout this practice. On your next inhale, I'd like you to bring your arms up and over the top of your head. Point your fingertips away. Point your toes away. Engage your belly. Suck your belly button towards your spine. Engage your thighs. Full body stretch. And as you exhale, bring your arms back over. Knees in towards your chest. One at a time. Hands round your kneecaps. Give yourself a hug. Maybe rock from side to side. So this is a nice point to see how your lower back's feeling. Maybe give it a little bit of a massage. Bring in a little bit of rotation into those knees just to work into any of the areas that need a little bit of attention, maybe rolling into them. And coming to center, bring one hand to either kneecap and exhale, bring your knees apart, allowing your legs to fall out towards the sides. So you should be able to feel your back nice and flat on the mat here. So lower back on the mat. Maybe a little bit of pressure on your knees to feel the stretch into your inner thigh, into your hips. Keeping your chin tucked just gently. Breathing here. And hands on your knees, push your knees away from you. Bring them up to the middle and draw them into your chest. So repeat that. We're drawing nice big circles with our knees. Help them with your hands, maybe adding a little bit of pressure as they come apart just to increase that hip stretch. Changing the direction of that rotation. So see how it feels going the other way. May feel a little bit different. Then bringing your knees into center, bring both your hands around your right kneecap. Allow your left foot to come onto the floor. Inhale here. As you exhale, draw that knee a little bit closer in towards your chest. And release and begin to rotate the foot at the ankle. So nice, slow, deliberate rotations of the foot. Drawing nice big circles. Seeing how your ankle's feeling today. Changing the direction of that rotation of the foot. Inhale. Exhale, draw that knee in towards you. So we're going to do some dynamic hamstring stretches here. So I want you to inhale and raise the sole of your foot up towards the ceiling, holding onto your hamstring. Pushing your heel away, begin to feel that stretch down the back of your leg. Then exhale, draw that knee back in towards your chest, hands around your kneecap and point the toe, drawing it in. Inhale, raise the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling again. Repeating, maybe increasing that stretch down the leg, hug it back in. Inhale, sole of the foot up to the ceiling, pushing that heel away. Maybe a little bit further this time. Bringing that knee back in, hug it in. Inhale, sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Last one, so stay here for a couple of breaths this time. Hands on your hamstring. Inhale, raise your head off the floor, maybe walking up that leg, holding onto your calf. Push your heel away from you, toes towards you, nice stretch down the back of your leg. Exhale, head to the mat, bend that knee. Right ankle to left knee, allow your right knee to fall out towards the side. Lifting your left foot off the ground and your head off the ground. I want you to bring your right arm through that window that you've created in your legs and hold on to your hamstring, so underneath your knee. Drawing that knee just gently in towards you. Feeling that stretch into the right hip. Maybe bringing your hands on top of your shin. Maybe bringing your head to the floor. Breathing here. Trying to feel that stretch into the hip on the right side. So keep this foot flexed. Make sure you're pushing through the heel of this foot, bringing the toes back towards the right knee. And release the left foot to the mat. I want you to cross your right leg over your left now. Bring your arms out by your sides, palms facing down. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bring both of your knees over to the left side. Maybe looking over your right shoulder. Try and keep that right shoulder grounded on the floor. Feeling a twist down your spine. It doesn't matter if your knees don't find the floor. If you find this uncomfortable, you can grab some bucks to prop your knees up to allow you to relax into it a little bit. Breathing here. Nice, slow, calming breath. Inhale to center and cross your legs and straighten them out on the mat. Bring your hands by your sides with your palms facing up back into shavasana. So take a little bit of scan of your body, see how you feel right compared to left. And then we're going to repeat the other side. So inhale your arms up to overhead. Point your toes away, point your fingers away. Suck your belly in, engage your thighs. And then as you exhale, draw both knees in towards your chest, one at a time again, hands around your kneecaps. It's a bit of a rock. Bringing both your hands round your left kneecap now, bring your right foot onto the floor. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw that left knee a little bit closer in towards your chest. And beginning to rotate the foot at the ankle. Nice, slow, deliberate rotations. Again, see how this ankle's feeling. You might have one a little bit tighter than the other. Change the direction of the rotation of the foot. And inhale, and as you exhale, draw that knee a little bit closer in towards you. We're going to do the dynamic hamstring stretch on the other side now. So sole of the foot up towards the ceiling, heel pointing up towards the ceiling, toes back towards you, holding onto that hamstring. Exhale, bending that knee, hands around your kneecap, point your toes, drawing it in. Inhale, sole of the foot up to the ceiling, holding onto that hamstring, maybe a little bit further this time, feeling that stretch down the back of your legs. Exhale, bending that knee, drawing it in. Inhale, sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw it in, pointing the toe. Inhale, last one, staying at the top now, sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Push that heel away, maybe going to straighten off that leg, feeling the stretch down the backs of your legs. Inhale, raising your head off the mat, maybe walking up the backs of your legs, pushing into that left heel. And exhale, release, bending your knee, bring your left heel to right knee, let your left knee fall out towards the side. And inhale, raise right foot off the floor, and thread that left arm through that window you've created. maybe holding on behind your knee or on top of your shin. Gently drawing that knee in towards you, feeling that stretch into the left hip. Keeping this foot flexed, so pushing that left heel away, toes towards the left knee. Maybe bringing your head down to the floor. Working with your breath. Inhale and exhale, maybe draw it a little bit further in towards you. And release, bring right foot onto the mat. Cross left leg over right, bring your arms out by your sides. Inhale, as you exhale, bring both your knees down to the right side now. Looking over your left shoulder, trying to keep that left shoulder grounded. Keep those shoulders down. It doesn't matter if your knees don't find the floor. Grab some bucks if you need to try and make it more comfortable. So that you can relax into it. Feel the twist down your spine here. And inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Extend both legs on the mat, hands by your sides. Inhale, arms up to overhead. Point your toes away, point your fingertips away. Full body stretch. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. Engage your thighs. Feel your shoulders. And exhale, both knees in towards your chest, one at a time. Bring your hands underneath your kneecaps this time. Inhale, draw your head up towards your knees. So you have the option here to roll over and help yourself up to sit if you want to, like that. Or we can begin to roll backwards and forwards down the length of our spine. Maybe balancing on the seat bones at the top and the shoulders at the bottom, before we come all the way over into a tabletop position. So hands underneath shoulders, fingers spread wide, middle finger of the hand pointing forwards, knees underneath hips, hip width apart. From here we're going to come into a half dog position. I want you to push into your hands, nice strong shoulders, pushing back, lifting your knees off the mat, seat bones into the air, draw your legs in towards your chest, dropping your head between your arms, looking back towards your feet. So knees are nice and bent here. We're trying to create a nice line from your fingertips to your tailbone. Breathing here, and exhale, release your knees to the mat. Okay, next one, we're going to come into a full downward facing dog. Now, so bring your hands a little bit further forward, pushing into your hands, tuck your toes behind, pushing into your toes, lifting your knees, feet goes up towards the ceiling. Maybe beginning to straighten your legs a little bit more here. Keeping the knees soft though, and allowing your heels to relax down towards the floor. So fingers spread nice and wide, pushing into the hands, looking backwards towards your feet, maybe your knees or your thighs. Nod your head, make sure you're not holding any tension in your neck. Then begin to bring one heel down at a time. So left heel down, bend your right leg. And then swapping right heel down, bending left leg. It doesn't matter if they don't get down onto the floor, as long as you can feel that stretch down through your hamstrings, through your calves and into your ankles. And bringing both heels down, soft knees, walking your hands in towards your feet until your heels find the floor, nice bending the knees, folding over those legs, hands onto either elbow. Trying to release here, feel the effects of gravity on your spine. We often spend a lot of our time upright with gravity pushing down on our spine, so it's nice to reverse that and see how it feels. Maybe rock the weight a little bit into your toes, just gently, to see how that changes the stretch. And if you want to here, begin to straighten your legs. Again, seeing how that changes. Rocking that weight forwards a little bit into your toes, to your heels. Release your hands to the mat, suck your belly in. As you exhale, roll up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other until you can come all the way up to stand, rolling through your shoulders last of all. So come to stand at the top of your mat now, into Tadasana. So big toes together, heels fractionally apart. Think about the weight going through your heels, the base of your little toes, the base of your big toes, drawing up through the arches of your feet. Engage your thighs, suck your belly in. Nice proud chest, raise your sternum up. Fingertips pointing down. Inhale, bring your arms out and up to overhead. Exhale, folding forward, so gentle bend in your knees as you fold forward, leading with your chest, coming down into a forward fold. Inhale, come up as far as you need to until you can find a flat back and straight legs. So your hands might find your thighs or your shins or maybe the floor. Just going as far as you need to so that you can find a nice straight back and straight legs. Bending your knees, hands either side of your feet, step back right foot. So nice, big step back, right knee finds the floor behind, toes tuck. We need to inhale here and exhale, sinking into those hips. Feel that stretch into the hip flexor on the right side. Inhale, walk your hands up. Walking them back, bring your toes up towards the ceiling, pushing that left heel away. Inhale, proud chest, look forwards. Exhale here, start to feel that stretch into the back of your left leg. Inhale, walking back forwards. Ready to bring both hands to the inside of your left leg, walk that left foot out to the side, so heel toe the foot out. Inhale, proud chest. And exhale, sinking into those hips, bending your elbows by your sides. Maybe your forearms find the floor. So you can stay here, trying to keep this knee in towards your body. Or if you want to take it further, you can tuck the toes behind and lift your back knee. It's quite an intense hip flexor stretch on the right side and a stretch into your hip on the left. And release, bring your hands to the mat, coming back up. You need to bring your left knee out to the side until your foot raises to the outside of your left foot. Allow your knee to fall out towards the side. Plant your right hand down and open your chest to the side, maybe bringing that left hand to the knee. Bring a little bit of a twist into those hips. And release, bring that foot back up, hand onto the mat, walk that foot back in, hands either side of that front foot, tuck the toes behind, lift the knee, stepping back into a plank, knees on the floor, toes tucked behind. Coming down through a chaturanga, I want you to keep your elbows in by your sides, chest nice and flat, coming down. Push the tops of your feet into the mat, push into your hands, roll your shoulders back, coming up into a cobra. Exhale, come down. Push into your hands, coming back, tucking the toes behind, pushing into your hands, seat bones up towards the ceiling, into that downward facing dog. Breathing here, maybe a little paddle of the feet. Inhale, looking up towards your hands, step forwards, right foot, left knee finds the floor. So help it if you need to. Try and get that ankle underneath your knee. Left knee onto the floor behind, tuck the toes. Inhale, proud chest, and exhale, sinking into those hips. Try and lower your hips down towards the mat, feeling the stretch into the hip flexor on the left side and the hamstring on the right. Walking your hands back, raising your right toes off the mat. Push your heel away from you, toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe beginning to straighten off that right leg. Inhale, proud chest. And exhale, maybe sinking the chest down just slightly to increase that stretch down the back of the right leg. Inhale, walking back forwards. Bring both hands to the inside of the right foot and toe heel that foot out towards the side. Inhale, look forwards, shine that chest forwards. And exhale, sinking, so bending those elbows, maybe sinking a little bit deeper into your hips. Maybe your forearms find the floor. Trying to keep that knee in towards your body. Tucking the toes behind and lifting the knees, that's your option. You don't have to, just go as far as you can feel the stretch into your hip on the right side and your hip flexor on the left. And release the knee to mat, bring your hands up and bringing the right knee out towards the side. Roll your foot onto the outside edge of that right foot, planting your left hand down now. Open your chest to the side, maybe bring your hand to that right knee. Inhale back to center, hands down, walk that foot back in. Tuck the toes behind, lift the knees, stepping up to the top of the mat, both feet together. Flat back, straight legs looking forward, so coming up as far as you need to. Exhale, folding in, allowing your chest to come over your legs, bending your knees, tucking your head. Inhale, coming up, leading with your head, then your chest. All the way up to stand, palms overhead. And exhale, release. I'm going to do one more and come down to sit now. So re-establish that Tadasana, your strong mountain pose. Thinking about drawing up through the arches of your feet. Engaging your thighs, draw your belly button towards your spine, shoulders down. Inhale, arms out to overhead. Exhale, folding forwards, bending from your knees if you need to. Tucking your head. Inhale, flat back, straight legs looking forwards. Exhale, folding in, hands either side of your feet. Step back, both feet this time. Knees onto the mat. Coming down through chaturanga, so your elbows by your sides. Nice flat body line as you come down. Pushing the tops of the feet into the mat, pushing into your hands, coming up into a cobra, and exhale, pushing back, knees apart, big toes together, seat bones to your heels, arms out in front of you into an extended child's pose. You can grab your pillows to put in between your seat bones and your heels here, or a block underneath your head, or some blocks, just try and make it comfortable. Release into it. Breathing into the back of your body. And inhale, walking your hands up to sit. Bring your seat bones over to one side, your feet out to the other, and come to sit in cross-legged on the mat. So coming to sit on the mat now, bring your seat bones onto the floor. I want you to bring your feet out in front of you and then bring the soles of your feet in towards each other and allow your knees to fall out towards the sides. So again, if you find this really uncomfortable, you can bring something to prop up your knees, which might be books underneath them or blocks if you have them. But coming to sit, I want you to tilt your pelvis here so that you can find a nice straight line from the top of your head to your tailbone. Nice proud chest. Inhale, lengthen out of the sides of your body through your waist, and as you exhale, folding gently forwards over those bent legs. So bringing a stretch into your hips here. Just breathing into it, maybe sinking a little bit deeper with every exhale. Keeping your gaze forward past your toes. Then exhale, maybe dipping your head down towards your feet. So it doesn't matter if they don't go very far, as long as you can feel that change in the stretch in your hips. And inhale, walking your hands up. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees and help them back up to center. I want you to bring your legs further apart now. Bring your heels onto the mat with your toes pointing upwards. So push those heels away, toes towards you. You can keep a nice bend in your knees if you want to for this next one. But again, I want you to tilt your pelvis so that you can find a nice flat back, proud chest. Inhale. Again, lengthening out of your waist. Exhale, folding forwards, keeping those shoulders away from your ears. Keeping your chest shining forwards. So if you're okay here and you want to straighten your legs, you can bring your hands underneath your knees, straighten them out, engage in your thighs, again tilting your pelvis. So if you cannot tilt your pelvis here, to find that nice flat back and keep those knees bent. Inhale and exhale, sinking forwards. So choosing your option, but wherever you are, push those heels away, toes towards you. And inhale and lengthen. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, suck your belly in. Exhale, fold into the space you've created. Inhale, walk your hands back up. We're going to bring our legs back in, so bring your hands underneath your knees, crossing your legs. So you can bring books or blocks underneath your seat bones to raise yourself up if you find cross-legged really uncomfortable. We're going to bring our hands behind, exhale, folding forwards over those bent legs. So again, you can bring a block or some books underneath your forehead if your forehead doesn't find the floor. Just relaxing into this. Feeling the stretch into your hips here. Inhale, rolling out nice and slowly. All the way to sit, keeping that chin slightly tucked in towards your chest. Bring the backs of your hands onto your knees. Thumb and forefinger touch in Chin Mudra. Nice strong straight back. It's a bit of a tuck in the chin, eyes closed. Bring your hands either side of your hips. I want you to push up through your hands and raise your seat bones off the floor. Take a couple of panting breaths. And release. So we're going to come back down into shavasana now, lying on our backs. So coming over to lie facing up, palms by our sides. Again, you can keep your knees bent with the soles of the feet on the floor. Allow your knees to fall in towards each other to allow any tension in your lower back to release before you extend those legs out flat on the mat. Or if you'd rather, you can keep them bent, that's completely fine. Maybe closing your eyes. Coming to settle. So take a moment to have a scan of your body and see how you feel now at the end of your practice compared to at the start. Just take a moment to feel thankful for your body and your practice today. I want you to inhale, bring your arms up and overhead, point your toes away, point your fingers away, last full body stretch. Exhale, bring your arms over your knees in towards your chest, one at a time, hands around your kneecaps. There's a bit of a rock of the knees into the back. Rolling your whole body over onto the right side. Coming to settle on the side. And gently blinking your eyes open, readjusting to the light. Or in your own time, helping yourself to come back up to sit on the mat. So come to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands by your sides. Inhale, your arms out and up to overhead, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today, and if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and maybe a subscribe if you'd like to see some more. And let me know what kinds of videos that you'd like to see so that I may be able to do them in the future for you. Thank you for watching. Namaste.